like that. So I've actively tried to be more indulgent, and I think that's also led to people questioning my place in society. Tina Turner's hit song, What's Love Got to Do with It, gave popular expression to the turning away from a love ethic. Much hip hop culture promotes hedonistic materialism, making everything associated with gaining wealth embody the essence of cool. Like the culture as a whole, masses of black people now look to material success as the sole measure of value and meaning in life. While we do not need to love in order to attain great riches, without a sound emotional foundation, material privilege easily corrupts us. So, have you ever fallen victim to buying something to feel better?
Well, I think we always buy things to feel better. When do we buy things to not feel better?
I think that's a very high thought though. Like I don't think people always think that I have to buy this watermelon to feel better.
Oh, people don't consciously think to feel better. And maybe food, well, it depends on the type of food that you're buying. Because a lot of people may buy food just for the sustenance of of survival. But say going out for dinner.
Yes.
You might do that to feel better.
To actively feel better, or would you like trick? Because I trick myself. I'm like, I like to go to dinner. Do I feel as if I have a good time? I might even end up complaining about it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, if that's the bar, bro, I'd be complaining about
Yeah, I complain about it a lot.
Yeah.
I complain about it a lot, but how much of this is actually retail therapy to me?
So do we need to widen the bounds of what retail therapy is?
I think it's a lot bigger than what I think therapy is retail therapy. I think there's a lot of things that we buy that we're like, this is just for me to attain a greater life. Is it?
See, on one hand, I'm like, okay, I guess we need to strip down the fundamental basics, maybe Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Although I learned that in economics class. I'm sure
It's a commerce degree
It's a
thing.
commerce degree. I'm sure it's been ridiculed and like scholars have written about how it's problematic. But in terms of deciding when we're buying things for our survival versus buying things to feel better, maybe we need to really go to the grassroots of what actually makes us feel better.
Right. Ooh. Okay. Perfect.
Like how many things in a day do you think you do that make you feel better?
Oh, not enough. I think about 20% of my day is like I'm doing this for me to make me feel better.
I was gonna say, bro, 20% is nice.
It's a good amount, isn't it?
For example, do you wear sunscreen in the morning?
No.
Oh,
Really?
bro.
Do you?
Yeah. So what I was gonna use that as an example of like, okay, cool. Brushing your teeth, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go. Don't even answer. I'm gonna go on the assumption you brush your teeth every morning and at night. Don't worry about it. Hey, don't worry about it. Right. So, do you think you do that to feel better, or for you is that like a necessity? Because for some people, they'll do it for the aesthetic purposes of I want my teeth to look good. Versus other people will do it for the dental hygiene is important. So where would you?
It's so part of my routine, and I love my routine. So I feel like it is a necessity in my eyes. I don't do it to feel better. I feel like see, this is terrible because that example is going to make me sound terrible, but like if I didn't have to brush my teeth every morning, I wouldn't. I just don't like to do it in my routine. Do you know what I mean? I don't enjoy it.
So, but if you didn't need to in terms of if it didn't provide you any dental hygiene benefits, because then why wouldn't?
Why would I do that?
Also, would you do it if it made your teeth look nicer but didn't give you any benefit for dental hygiene?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I definitely would. I'm thinking of it in a way of like, if I could like remove this from my, actually, you remember, I don't know how your family did it, but when I was younger, like my mom used to like moisturize my face and moisturize me.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't learn how to moisturize myself until she was like, look, I'm busy now. you in year 6 now. Like, go for it. So like that was something that I was like, oh, I don't have to do this. Do you know what I mean? I didn't moisturize for ages. I was ashy. But then I was like, I don't want to look ashy. And then I've also now tricked myself that moisturizing makes me feel nice.
But I think, why would you say tricked yourself though? Because
I think at one point it was a necessity, and then I've evolved into the point where like I've just convinced myself that this is good. This is nice. Same thing with coffee. Coffee doesn't taste good.
do you think that we do that?
So coffee tastes terrible. Everybody knows that coffee tastes terrible. But
Can we get a quick gauge around the room? Like, put your hand up if you think coffee tastes terrible.
Absolutely.
And of those people who think coffee tastes terrible, keep your hand up if you drink coffee every single day. Oh, okay.
Whoa.
All right. So we had 3 people who say coffee tastes terrible. Neither of them
Yes.
drink it every day.
Dang.
Sorry, bro. That theory.
Yeah. No, but that's me though. I drink it every day, and I hate it.
So do you do it for the performance of like?
I think I do. I think I do. I think I do it for like a state of therapy almost.
Yeah.
It's a bit of routine. Because I mean, like, you have a lot of purple.
I do.
And that is, in a sense, does that make you feel good?
Somebody asked me whether I do it. Somebody asked me whether I wear purple a lot because I actually like it, whether I'm building a brand around it. And I think I'd be lying if I didn't say it's a bit of column A, bit of column B. Like, I love the color purple, but I'm well aware. I mean, VJ off camera was like, "Yo, I went and bought a purple shirt this week, and I thought of you when I bought it, bro." Do you know how
Which is
crazy. Like mushy that made me feel
Like
inside?
you're a character in The Simpsons. Like,
It's like, no, it makes me feel good as well.
jeez. So like that's something that you actively like. Okay, cool. It's purple. I'll buy it. That makes you feel good. But it also kind of
There's an element of like materialism in that, and it doesn't give me, going back to the quote, it doesn't make me feel a greater sense of love towards myself. In a sense, yes, because there was a time where I didn't care about anything that I wore, and I was just wearing clothes for the sake of wearing clothes. Versus now, I wear stuff because I think it makes me, I think it makes me look good, and if you look good, feel good, play good.
So this kind of goes on to the end part of the quote, which is, what do you actually buy that you like it's for loving yourself? For me, I recently had a point where like I love to go out to dinners. I love to go out to parties. I like to go out and watch sports and stuff. Do you know the things that I bought for me to like actually just have like some time for myself and say I really, really enjoy this?
What?
Was a noodle bowl, like the one where you gotta boil the kill and put it in. A noodle bowl, a little Sprite can, and like some chocolates. And I just pigged out for like 2 hours.
And that was
like, I knew this was purely for me. It's not good for me. It's not good for like, it's not like, it doesn't fill my health box. It's not something that I would actively tell people, this is what I'm doing. This was me inside of me being like, I'm going to buy this for the love of myself.
Well, food is an interesting one because I feel like I have a healthy and not very healthy relationship with it. In the sense that for me, whenever I'm kind of like celebrating a success or even like a minor thing, bro, I'll give myself a little treat. You know, for things that I maybe don't necessarily deserve, like I'll give myself like a little treat.
Yes.
And I think that's to either soothe my soul if something not great has happened, or to make me feel good if something good has happened.
Ooh. No, we're going to go into that. Is there a form of indulgence in there?
Absolutely. And I think there's probably an element of like control in the sense that I'm at a point now where reasonably the food that I want, I can afford to go and get.
Okay.
So, and food is one thing that I have control over. So I exercise control over that. Yeah, it's probably bro. People gonna be watching this being like,
There's somebody that studied food.
No, he's gonna be like, I got a paragraph ready for Thabi.
They're gonna send you a PhD.
Yeah,
this is gonna be bad.
I ain't gonna read it. Anyways. Yeah.
No, man. No, I really like that because it's more about what role food actually plays in their like self-love. Where you say a treat, I say something like disgusting.
Yeah, so for me, I think there's a point where it exceeds self-love, and it gets would you say indulgence is a bad thing? Because for me, the term indulgent, when you said it, gave me like negative connotations. And I don't know whether that's how the media has portrayed like. Yeah. Because when I think indulgence, I generally think of food, right?
True. Oh yeah. I see it.
Yeah.
It's like selfish and gluttony.
Yeah.
I kind of see it, right?
Like opulence.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. But like, look at our vocabulary. First of all,
do you know where I learnt the word opulence from?
Where?
Jay-Z. When else would?
Yeah, no.
You know I don't read.
That's fair.
We don't read. I mean, no, we've read every single book that we've got a quote from.
Third time reading this.
Yeah, read it backwards. Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I learned what the Concorde was from Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a fast plane. Fun fact for everybody that doesn't know what the Concorde is.
Did you not know about the Concorde?
Nah, you know there's one in Barbados?
The way I'm like, did you not know?
There's literally one in Barbados, and I did not know. I was like, it's a plane.
I mean, we learn things from different sources.
And Jay-Z seems to be our collected one.
Oh, 100% opulence, but that's,
Opulence.
But yeah, I think indulgent does give me negative connotations, and I do probably have an indulgent relationship with food. And it's changed over time. I remember in my first year of working in consulting, you're going to hate this. You might love it, actually.
Nah, I'm ready.
I made every single Sunday for probably 8 months of the year, I made either a Thai green or a Thai red curry and had that for lunch Monday through Thursday. On Friday, I was like, let me get myself a little something.
Ah.
That was me.
That's nice, though. That's a nice routine.
honestly, I try to get back to it, but because of kind of the creative world that I live in, my life is just
Yeah.
too flexible. I want
Yeah.
to, next year I'm going to make it more rigid to actually do things like that, but I haven't made one since.
Also, a Thai green curry is really nice. That's a really
It
good
was nice,
curry.
bro.
It's oh my.
I mean, I
God.
wasn't really cooking up back then, but that was...
Did you use the paste?
Yeah, I did. Pre-war paste.
I mean, bro, we're not in Thailand. Use the paste.
What does the fact that we're not in Thailand have to do with that?
We don't have access to lemongrass and galangal.
That's actually
Do you know
why
what I
I
mean?
use the paste. Thank you.
Like-
Yeah, you're right. Great point.
I think that for indulgence sake, though, I've actively tried to be more indulgent.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've actually
With
tried
food
to be
or...
now with life. With life, I've been
It's
trying to
so-
be more indulgent.
It's so funny having a because this is all positive things. Like I
Yeah.
think we should we strive for indulgence?
I think we should. I think we all should.
Do you think do you think that us as being black have more of a right to strive for indulgence?
I think us as being black are too comfortable with minimizing ourselves for the rest of the world. So therefore,
No, that's true.
so
That's
therefore,
true.
indulgence does not come naturally to us.
That's very true.
If there's a last piece of something on the plate,
Oh, there's just
anybody
no
else
way.
want one?
Oh,
Does
you got it.
anybody-
Yeah, you got it. Yeah,
You-
yeah.
you look like
Does
you're
your-
hungry.
Hey, does your flatmate at home want it? You can take it home to them.
We
Yeah,
are
yeah.
never indulgent
No.
like that. So I've actively tried to be more indulgent, and I think that's also led to people questioning my place in society. Thanks for listening to that short piece. If you want more, if you want to see the full thing, you can go to patreon.com/unpack. Unpack, UNPACK. Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.